Hi, Carmen. Angela, welcome. Thank you all for meeting with me today. My name is Samuel. I'll be your therapist for today, and hey, sweet, hi there. I noticed that you guys got a referral from an anonymous source, and I guess there seems to be maybe some issues with maybe parenting, leaving your children at home for maybe way too long. And so I kind of just want to meet with you all, kind of get your perspective, get the overall picture of what's really going on. Carmen, I'd like to maybe get your perspective. The community noticed that the children are kind of left at home for a little too long. I noticed that you guys kind of provide a phone number and food for them at home. But yeah, I'd just like to hear from you.
Okay, so first of all, community need to mind their business because there is no issues. There are no issues.
Mm-hmm.
They have food. They know who to call, where to find me. You know how to find me?
Mommy lets us call.
You eat?
We eat.
There are no issues.
Okay. So as of now, your children are in custody of DCFS custody, and also Auntiana, correct? Auntiana.
Mm-hmm.
Auntiana also the children remain in her care, and you guys are able to phone them nightly and see them semi-weekly, face to face.
Right.
Supervise visits at the child welfare agency.
Completely unnecessary.
Okay. So that's why I like to meet with you guys. I know you guys are the parents. You guys really care for your children, and I know that you guys like to have custody, and maybe at one point, right? Because they're your children. I'm sure you guys love them. So I'm just gonna take some information from you guys, if that's okay. I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions, just to get some more information. So this is kind of just a short assessment to kind of assess some areas and to develop a kind of a treatment plan and be able to.
A treatment plan.
Yeah, and go from there, if that sounds okay. So don't get alarmed by the word.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get some information, if that's okay, as long as you're comfortable.
Okay.
If any of these questions make you feel uncomfortable, just let me know. It's okay. So this is some questions, and I'd like for you to rate them from 1 to 8. So 1 meaning none of the time, and I guess respectively 2 very rarely, 3 a little of the time, and 4 would be some of the time, 5 a good part of the time, 6 both of the time, 7 is all of the time, and 8 meaning that doesn't apply to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these 2 questions are about you and your relationship to your partner or your husband. So this question, my partner is affectionate enough.
Affectionate enough?
Affectionate enough.
He is.
Okay. So would you say that he's emotionally there? He's supportive. I guess you guys have that partnership where you guys are there for each other.
Yes.
Okay.
He supports financially and everyone else.
Okay. So would you say that's a 7 all the time?
That's all the time.
All the time. I feel that I can really trust my partner.
Yes, that's all the time.
All the time. Our life together is dull.
Dull?
Dull.
Dull.
D-U-L-L.
Well, with these 2 kids, never a dull moment, ain't that right, baby?
Okay.
I'm sure.
Mommy, where's Daddy? How did he come?
He's just right outside that door, sweetie, but you have to sit here.
Okay. Our relationship, we have a very close relationship.
We do.
Okay. Only 7. Now, these questions are on personal stress,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, on a day-to-day, your stress levels. I feel very panicked.
No, hardly ever.
Okay. I feel very much on edge.
No, hardly ever.
Okay. I feel that I cannot keep up with all the demands on me.
No, I can keep up because I
Okay.
have a wonderful partner.
Okay. I feel that I just cannot keep up with everything.
I can keep up with everything.
Okay. Sure. Sounds good. Now I'll ask you an additional question. So is there anything that you do, maybe just to relax? Just, I know, life can get tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And especially as parents, we feel like we just have so much on our shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you do to kind of decompress, to just, relax?
Yeah, I used to hang out with friends until
Okay.
we figured out that I get your kids taken away. So now I meditate and practice mindfulness
Mm-hmm.
6 months.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about your friends?
Well, they live up the street,
Mm-hmm.
and they're also another couple, but they don't have any kids. So when we go over, we leave the kids home, but they know where to find us, and they know where to go.
I see. Okay. Alrighty. Now these questions are for, I'm sorry, Amanda? Is it Amanda? Angela, thank you. I'm so sorry.
6 months.
So these are, I guess, you in the school. I feel I learned a great deal at school.
I learn a lot.
Yes.
My teachers teach me.
Okay, great. I study very hard at school.
I study, but I also work with my friends.
Yeah, that's great. And I enjoy going to school. So do you
I
enjoy
like school a lot.
You like school a lot? You like
Yeah.
going to school? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's great. Awesome. Well, it seems like you really enjoy school and you like attending school. That's very good. Very good. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for answering these questions. I appreciate it. So we got just a few more sub skills.
Ami said he was going to give me candy if I came.
Oh, after session, we'll have some candy for you.
Okay.
So this is just the overall family relationships. There's too much hatred in my family.
Hatred.
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 No, we all love each other.
You guys love each other?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it.
I feel proud of my family.
Very proud.
Great.
Can't you see, baby's so smart.
That was
Little magic.
Members of my family get along well together.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Great. And just two more sub skills.
Mhm.
So this has to do with kind of just lifestyle, habits, and that's okay. My friends avoid me when I'm drinking. Now, if these questions make you feel a little uncomfortable, just let me know. But I'm just trying to get some information.
No. I
Okay.
only drink socially.
Okay.
Don't overdo it.
Sure. My drinking causes problems at work.
Not at all.
Okay. I drink so much that I pass out.
No.
When I have a drink with friends, I usually drink more than they do.
No.
Okay. Now, Miss Carmen, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there was some drug screens taken, and you did test positive for cocaine and marijuana. Is that correct?
No, something must be wrong with that.
Okay.
I ain't have none of that.
Okay. I mean, just wanted to get your end.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of these questions have to deal with those things. So let's see here. I take drugs when I'm alone.
No, I don't do drugs.
No, you don't do drugs at all.
Right.
Okay. So none of these questions are applicable. Okay, got it. Now that I got some information, now that I got some kind of background information, I'd like to hear from you, Mom. Like, what is something that you'd like to accomplish? Like what is, I guess, your goal? A goal that you set for yourself?
Well, right now,
Or just for the family in
I
general?
just need for you to tell me what I need to do to get my kids back.
Okay.
So whatever that is, will be a goal.
Okay. Sure. Let's maybe we can kind of talk about your strengths, and like, that can kind of be a springboard in that direction. So, what would you say are some of your strengths?
I'm a good parent. I'm a good partner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a nurturer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm understanding and patient.
Understanding and patient. Okay. What about you, little lady?
I'm smart.
You're smart.
And I love my mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy said I'm cute.
Oh,
And I like school.
yeah, I can tell.
I want to be a teacher one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, Mom, it sounds to me like, you know, there are instances where where you guys do leave the kids at home alone. So maybe something that we can do is maybe explore resources that maybe can support you and support the kids. And I'm sure you and your husband need time to kind of decompress and be able to take time for yourself and kind of to have that self-care. And you know, when you're able to be better and to be able to kind of take that time for yourself and I guess be emotionally there and stable and all of that good things, then you surely are able to be there for your children as well, right? The better you are, the better you are to be are there for your kids. So something that we can explore is that, you know, take some time for self-care. Some resources, I'm going to refer you guys to some community resources that can assist you with that. And yeah, and we'll go from there, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, thank you all for coming in, and I appreciate you guys talking with me and just being open. So yeah, thank you guys. All right.
Ready? Okay. Hi, Arturo. Hi, Angela. Okay, folks. So I'm here today to actually assess you to make sure that you're reconnected with your kids. So I heard the story, and basically I was told that the kids were in the house by themselves, which is why they're in the custody of their aunt. So do you have a different outtake on that story?
I feel like it's kind of just being blown a little out of proportion. But we don't neglect the kids. I mean, of course, we let them stay at home. I mean, every now and then, but it's not frequent. It's not frequent. And her older brother, Pablo, I mean, he's 8, and I feel like the little time that we leave them at home, they're able to kind of just be there and take care of themselves.
Right.
It's not for an extended period of time. It's just for a little bit. And we do leave, of course, food for them and a contact number if they need to reach out for us, things like that.
Okay. Well, that works. So I'm just going to go through a quick assessment so I can actually prove and show that you guys actually are capable of being reconnected with your kids. Okay? So day-to-day issues, day-to-day problems, whether big or small, do you guys typically deal with those well? Or do you have a plan for dealing with upcoming issues?
We kind of just take it day by day.
Day by day?
Yeah, we don't really...
There's no yelling, or do you have a method of dealing with those things?
I mean, not really.
Daddy, keys.
Yeah.
Keys.
Pay attention to the lady, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so if you were, like you and your partner, or your wife, if there was ever an issue with the children, do you guys communicate with that and support each other through that?
We try. Yeah, we try. I mean, it may not be the best way, but yeah. I guess that's why. I mean, of course, every family has their issues, right?
Right.
So.
But you have a method of dealing with those issues.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it goes unspoken, like
Mhm.
time will pass and then it kind of just blows over.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you ever run out of things that you need?
Like what do you mean? What do you mean?
Food for the kids, maybe money for bills, things of that
Well, I mean, we always have food.
nature.
I think that's not a problem. Of course, we would like to be, I guess, more financially stable. But I mean, we have our necessities. We have what we need.
Okay, so how affectionate are you with your partner and your kids?
I mean, I feel like I'm there for my kids, and
Mhm.
I'm there for my wife. I feel like I'm there. I guess my wife would have another perspective on
Mhm.
that, but I feel like things are good.
Things are good.
I mean, they could be better,
They
of
can-
course, but
Okay. How about you, Angela?
Daddy and mommy feed me and my sister, and they let us play outside, and we know the neighbors, and we love that being mommy.
Okay. So if ever you're sad, do you ever tell Daddy and Mommy?
We tell daddy and mommy, and then they tell us that they love us, and when mommy and daddy go out, they tell us to call them on their phone. So we have phones, and we have food at home, and we have candy. I like candy.
So you know what to do in an emergency.
Yes.
Good. Oh, that's great. So you guys actually communicate emergency plans,
yeah, we have our
how you
system.
feel.
Yeah, we have our system.
Okay. Well, that's great. Let's see. So it sounds like there are no bad feelings between any members of the family, right? Do you guys have any family rules? Rules about hitting, rules about going outside?
Well, when they're home, they're not allowed to be out because we're not home,
Right.
correct? So they're allowed to just be at home, and they have their needs. We leave food for them and all of that. And we call and we check in to see how they're doing.
Oh, you call and check in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is there a time that you and your partner set apart to pursue personal interests? Is it like self-care for you, take care of the kids? I know you go to work, right? So is there ever any time where you just actually carve out time to take care of yourselves?
It's when we're not at the home is for a reason. Like you said, we're either working or, many times we do go and visit friends, and we may not bring the kids because I guess that is our self-care.
Right.
It's just taking a little bit of time for ourselves.
Okay.
If we bring the kids, they're might be running around, they're touching things they're not supposed to be touching, and we're trying to enjoy our times with our friends, but then again, we're constantly redirected towards our children. So I guess that would be like our self-care.
Great. So, generally, when you're taking care of the kids and there are rules, you understand what to do and what not to do, are there any particular roles that you and your wife will play?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Are there any particular roles that you and your wife will play regarding the care of the kids? Or do you share those roles?
I feel like we share those roles. Like we're kind of like a team.
And you're okay with, and both of you are satisfied with being the team?
Correct. Now, I mean, there's this issue with my wife, and I acknowledge it, but she's kind of like in denial. And I've sought out resources and counseling for this. I do have like a problem with like substances and things like that, and I kind of acknowledge it, and I've tried to seek help, but I feel like my wife hasn't really, and she's kind of always in denial about it. And I kind of had to stop going to like meetings because of my job. I think
Going
that's
to substance abuse meetings?
correct.
Okay.
And I feel like I've kind of put forth an effort for my wife. She's always seems to be in denial, like that's not a problem in my life. But I told her, hey, you need to seek out help, like I am.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I can pretty much conclude from here. I conclude enough to give the actual social worker an assessment. But in terms of the substance abuse issue, I can refer you to either another practitioner or give you some community resources that you can utilize. But right now, we have all we need to move on to the next part of the process. So once we leave the office, I can give you those resources and maybe give you a few names of practitioners that may can help you with those issues.
Sure. That
Okay.
sounds good.
All right, Angela, we're doing okay? I
Yeah.
have candy for you. All right. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Okay.